Well, this could be good, or this could be really bad. Now, the other night when I come back from Dwayne's, got, I don't know, a couple miles past his house, stopped at the stop sign. She was dead. No forward, no reverse, no nothing. I put a quarter foot in it at his house. It was running fine, or pulling fine. Got a few miles down from his house. She didn't have shit. I don't know if it just might have worked up a bunch of dirt in the filter or what, but I'm gonna try to change the fluid and filter in it first. If not, I got a spare tranny for it. I guess I'll have to get me a shifter and do away with the push button for a minute. I want to change the drive shaft and everything in it, and I don't want to put a bunch of money into this push button tranny. If one of them cables would ever break or something, I mean, where would I find that stuff at? So I guess for right now, we're just going to try to do a fluid and filter change, see if that helps it, and if not, then I guess we're going to put another tranny in it. So I'm going to do the tranny. I'm going to do the front brakes and suspension on it too, so because it definitely needs it. So I'm going to get this pan off here and I'll get this filter out and we'll take a look at it and see how bad it is, or see if there's any bands broke in the pan, or see what's going on with it. So, but we'll be back here in just a minute. Well, that looks like what the problem is. Damn, it's got a ton of dirt in it. I don't know if changing the filter is going to even help it, but I mean, it shifted fine before this happened, but I don't know, there's quite a bit of junk in it. Maybe get lucky and it'll still drive a little bit for a minute until I get a shifter. But that's about the plugless I've ever seen one. Wow. I don't know. I'll get this filter off here and take a better look at it when I get it up and off the tranny. But I'll get this mess cleaned up. So, alright, give me a minute and I'll get this filter off and we'll take a look at it. Well, I guess I can see why now she didn't want to move. Damn. I mean, it shifted fine and everything before, but I don't know, I got on a few times. Ran it pretty hard and it might have just sucked all that shit up in there tight and locked the filter up. Well, I don't know. I'd say we clean this up, and I already got another kit to put back in it and some fluid. I'll just try it anyways. I think it'll be alright, but that's an awful lot of material there. There can't be much bands left in that son of a bitch. Wow. Well, 4-door Larry, won't be long. I'll get this tranny pulled out when I put my other one in, and you can come and get this one. So I'll get that out and get these front brakes off, and you can come pick him up too. Like I said, I told you if I change this stuff, you can have her back. So, but maybe this tranny will hold up for just a minute longer. But definitely the front suspension and the brakes are next on the list after this. So that shit's got to be changed in it. So, but we'll get this filter back in here and some fluid in it, and we'll see what she does. See if she'll pull herself down the road. Alright, we'll be back here in just a few. Alright, I finally got the pan all cleaned up and painted and cleaned all the bolts up and got the filter and the gasket out. So we're going to flip this over here and get the gasket tacked up on the pan, and then we'll get it thrown back in there. I'll get it sealed to the pan, then I'll throw that filter in, and that should be tacky enough to stick it back up in there, and then should be good to go. Dump some fluid in her and see what she does. So We'll be back here in just a few. Let me get this gasket on here. Well, it seems to be working okay again. Got her filled back up. We're shifting all right. Back to their old cell. Well, shifts better in the drive now. I couldn't believe how bad that filter was plugged up. I mean, it was bad. Wonder it even pulled itself before. As long as that tranny pan don't leak. I didn't like that gasket I got with it, a stupid rubber gasket, but it don't seem to be leaking. Run her around the block here to make sure she's gonna make it. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna eventually, once I get my tranny, I still got the tranny out of the double trouble car, the 64 Dodge I had. I'm gonna have it freshened up. Then I think I'm gonna put it in here. I mean, it's a reverse valve body tranny, but I want to have a good shifting tranny in it anyway, so I'm not worried about that. We're doing all right. Miles and miles of corn. Be doing a little build series here next week or week after. We'll start on these brakes and front suspension. I looked at it today underneath there when I was taking this tranny pan apart, and it looks all original 1963 parts, so it's due for a change. We'll change everything but the K member. It's pretty bad. So then I got to find me a, I don't know, I think a 66, 67 B-body rear end. I think it's only like 3/4 of an inch wider than what's under here now. I might be wrong, but it's not much wider than what's under here. I'm gonna get one of them and put under it so I can get away from these stupid axle nuts on this rear end that's in it. Because one of these brakes is not even hooked up on this thing. It's blocked off because I couldn't get the drum off of it. So it's only riding on, or rolling on three brakes anyways. Hell, it ain't good on 4 brakes, let alone 3. But she ain't running hot or nothing. Still charging. Gas still riding on empty. I just stop at the gas station every time, just put 10 or 15 bucks in it. And ain't ran out yet. So gonna be all right. Last a little while longer. I need to quit getting on it before I do tear up a band or break something clear in half. But there's that damn prime truck again. Every time I come down through here, he's there. Huh. But yeah, glad that fixed it. Anyway, yeah, I have to make a trip over to Dwayne, see if he got the Challenger fixed yet. I don't know if he got his intake gaskets yet. He said he needed a couple more intake gaskets because them heads and blocks been milled on that motor, and the intake don't fit just right, so we had to get some thicker intake gaskets for it when we put it back together. But seems to be doing okay. I don't even know how it don't know how it pulled before. I mean, you'll see in the video, or you already seen in the video how crusty. I mean, it's a wonder if there's any bands in it, clutches, whatever. But I don't know. I'll just run her a little bit easy around for now until I get the other tranny going through and get me a shifter for it. And so I just want to get away from this transmission. I want to get a slip yoke drive shaft and put in it, and change out the rear end, and just I ain't gonna do a bunch of dumb shit to it. I just want to make it a good driver, but it's got a little bit of power, but still drivable every day. So I think she's gonna be okay. I don't know why my camera keeps blurring in and out. But back up here at the house and see if we got any leaks, and should be okay. And I just wanted to give you a quick update. Dwayne made me tear it up the other night. Want me to run him around out in the country, but when I come home that night, I didn't have no gears at all. I got about 5 miles away from his house, come up to the first stop sign, and I didn't have shit. It wouldn't go forward, reverse, sideways, upside down, nothing. I sat there for about 2 minutes, and then it finally grabbed a Holton drive and limped it onto the house, and I thought she was done, but she come back out of it. New fluid and filter. So, all right, I guess we're good to go. Just want to give you a quick update on it, but she's alive and well. But we'll probably, I guess, see you all down in Clay City this weekend. So, but until then, we'll see you later.